Here we are again for another episode of Outdoors People. First, there's me, C.W. Getz, and her, Maya Marzocchi. Good evening. It's Wednesday, February 11th, 2026, and just want to say Maya Marzocchi, unfortunately, can't be here with us this evening. So sitting in for Maya is the lovely Irene Esquire. Irene's coming to us live from Madrid, Spain this evening. So Irene is our new substitute co-host. Tonight is her first night on the show, and I know she's going to be doing fantastically. I think that's a word, fantastically. Maybe not. She'll do fantastic. And of course, Maya and I would like to welcome you, Irene, to the show. And it's wonderful to have you here. And most of all, thank you for staying up late to host the show. So I want to say welcome to the show, Irene.
Thank you so much for having me here. I'm super excited to be here.
We're glad
it's late, but I mean, it's fantastic. So I don't mind at all.
That's cool. We really appreciate it. What is it, like midnight there, isn't it? Like you're 7 hours out.
Right now it's midnight. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And you're not even yawning. I love it. That's fantastic. That's good. I might even yawn. Yeah. So I've been not getting my sleep lately. You know, I think last night I had a lot of dreams. Like I was working and stuff. And do you ever have that? You just like, you wake up exhausted, like, oh my God, I haven't even started my day and I'm already tired of working because I did it in my dreams.
It's a nightmare, actually. Yeah. It's the worst.
No pun intended, right? Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so I did that. I might be yawning a little bit. Yeah. I'm going to tell you before I do the weather here, I celebrate, I didn't realize this, but I just noticed February 7th, I would have celebrated 6 years of doing this show. Now, it was called, thank you. It was called The Camping Show when we started. And I think I did that it was 2 years, I think, The Camping Show. And then we switched to Outdoors People. The reason we did that is because I go, okay, how many things, I didn't think this through, when I started. Well, how many things can you talk about camping? And how many years can you talk, and before you start repeating things and it's like, really?
Mm-hmm. Well, 2 years at least, they're talking about camping. So yeah, it's too much to say, right?
I had to be very creative at some point. I mean, I really did. You have to start having to pull out little micro episodes. But yeah, like where do you buy those matches from? You start the campfires with. I mean, things like that. You have to really get down, But I changed it to Outdoors People. I said, one thing is I don't think there's enough focus on the people in the outdoors world as much as there is the equipment and the places and the things, the things like skydiving and the boating and things, climbing, whatever, and camping. And so, and the thing is, I thought, let's focus on the people, but outdoors people. And so I just started calling it Outdoors People. Call it Outdoors People. Yeah. So we'll really highlight the people as much as, we get to know the people through the outdoors activity that they do or sport that they do. So kind of a little twisty, windy way to get there.
No, very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. So temperature, it's 45 degrees Fahrenheit and sunny here in Chicago, Illinois, which converts to 7 degrees Celsius for the rest of the free world, as I say. How is the weather there in Madrid, Spain, Irene?
Well, here it's 13 degrees Celsius, and I think in Fahrenheit it will be 55.
Okay.
So quite similar. Yeah, but a little bit warmer. But it has been raining for weeks here, so yeah, we are right now very depressing.
Really? Like every day it rains?
Yes, every day, non-stop. Like for 1 month. It's been raining. Yeah, it's awful.
What's funny is, as Maya says, in my wife as well, in Brazil, every day, like rains every day. And I think it's in the summer, which is now there. Or no. Yes, it's the summer there. Yes, I think it rains every day. Yeah.
Wow.
It's
the worst.
Yeah, I mean, it would be depressing. And we have a friend, she was on the show, Ramesa Aslan. and she's from Turkey, but she is in Dublin, Ireland. She said every day it's cloudy and rainy. It's very depressing. I said, do you guys have like a alcohol consumption there at a
Yeah, you cannot
elevated...
do plans with that weather, right? You cannot go outside and just to picnic or whatever. You cannot do anything.
I'm
And
depressed. Drink. You can drink. You can do
well,
that.
yeah, you can, but you cannot drink all the whole month, right? You need
I don't
to be,
know.
a healthy lifestyle.
I don't. Yeah, you probably could. I mean, some people probably do. I don't know.
You know what? I just watched the Super Bowl halftime show. I don't know if you already watched it.
You did? I did not watch it. I saw a little clip of it on the news, but you actually watched the Super Bowl in Spain.
I just watched the halftime show, the Bad Bunny show, and I think it gets viral. Yeah. I mean, I don't follow the American football, so.
That's funny. I don't follow American football either. I used to when I was a kid. But I not anymore. Not anymore. I think that's funny though. That's so cool. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, for me, I mean, Bad Bunny is not a singer that I used to listen to much, but I have to say that his halftime show, for me, it was impressed.
Really?
Quite a bit. Yeah, because it's not only the stage and all the details in each stage, but also the message at the end that it's not about hate, it's about love, and I don't know. I think it was like a really beautiful message. But you know what? I just saw on Instagram that each plant it was a person. Actually, it was a person. Yeah, and it was full of plants and. I was like, oh, no way. There's so many people over there, like working as a plant character. It was amazing. Yeah. Amazing.
Well, that's cool though. I mean, and that's cool. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And that's very cool. I missed it. I don't know what the hell I was doing, but I missed it. But I did see the little highlighter thing on the highlight reel as it's called on the news. So that's cool. Well, that's awesome. Well, let's get rolling if you want to. Let's meet tonight's guest, shall we?
Yeah, sure.
All righty. 58-year-old Kimberly Lughart holds an impressive list of prestigious positions, which include Henderson County Rescue Squad Captain, Medical Unit Leader, and CERT Team Coordinator, National Cave Rescue Commission Cave Rescue Instructor, Eastern Region Deputy Sub-Regional Coordinator, Central Appalachian Cave Rescue Team Vice President, and Southeastern Cave Conservancy Preserve Manager for Rattling Cave and Cyclops Cave. That is a tongue twister. Kim, an 18-year-old expert caver, is also quite active within her community. She teaches cave rescue awareness for the rescue squad, along with leading large-scale field trips for youth groups and students. Kimberly also holds several technical rescue certifications, which include mountain search and rescue, confined space rescue, swiftwater and surface water rescue, trench rescue, ice rescue, tower rescue, hazmat, fire instructor 1, and wildland wildfire medical support. Kimberly is currently involved in a mapping and survey project involving a number of caves in Tennessee and Virginia. And with that, welcome to the show, Kimberly.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, thanks for being here.
Yeah, welcome here.
Hey, how's your weather in North Carolina this evening?
Today it's gorgeous. Yesterday was too. It's about 55 degrees, I think, was the high today. It was sunny. It was a nice change from the ice storm and the snowstorm we had the past 2 weekends or a couple ago.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, you guys got hammered with that sort of stuff too.
We did. We were busy.
We all similarly got the same kind of weather. Irene, over there, it's really weird because, you're all the way, you're across the United States. Well, halfway anyway, Kimberly.
Yeah.
And Irene is Maybe not halfway across the world, but pretty close. And so,
Yeah. A
same-
little bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
similar temperatures.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, actually, yeah, very similar.
Yeah.
And yeah, well, tell me, Kimberly, and what it's about caving that fuels your passion?
Well, there's just so much involved in it that I love. It's the beauty of it, the athleticism, there's just wonder. It's just so close to being on another planet. It is absolutely stunning underground. There's the conservation aspect of it because I absolutely love bats. So there's that too. It's just such an all around, just an amazing sport.
That's very cool. Yeah.
Wow.
Tell us about Hickory Nut Gorge. This is a tongue twister for me. Hickory Nut Gorge green salamander hunts. Say that 5 times fast, Irene. Yeah. First of all, what is that? And then how did it go?
So the Hickory Nut Gorge green salamander is a unique salamander that's inherent just to this area here. So it lives in about a 12-mile stretch of the Hickory Nut Gorge. So after Hurricane Helene, the habitats were absolutely devastated. And so initially we went across the river to Bat Cave, which is the same general area, to check on the status of the caves for the North Carolina Wildlife people and for the Nature Conservancy. And then after that, we got hold of the Nature Conservancy and the ARC, the Amphibian Reptile Conservation Group, got hold of us to see if we could get across the river to start looking for these salamanders. So there's only about 300 to 500 in existence to begin with. After the storm, they were really worried about their population. So we had a permit to gather 25 of them to raise in captivity and keep the species going.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool.
And it's really amazing because I did not know this until I talked to a few of the salamander people, but they live for like 20 to 30 years. Like their last very long.
I mean, more than dogs, right?
I know. I thought, it's a couple of years or whatever. No. They live a long time. So.
Oh my God. Wow. Yeah. That's amazing.
30
and
wow.
Yeah. It's like too much for yeah. Oh my gosh.
Don't they shed their skin every year like a snake? Isn't that kind of...
I don't know that they do. I don't think they do.
No? Wow.
I don't think so. But they live in these little small crevices in the rocks, and we've looked in some of the caves up there too, but it's mostly on the rock overhangs near the stuff like that. I mean, these tiny cracks that are like, half inch, you're peeping in with a flashlight and you're looking, and then you're trying to scoot them out and get them to come out to you.
Do they bite?
No, they're very docile.
Wow.
Well, they just say I've never been bit by one.
I was going to say, but they probably have teeth. They have to eat somehow, but they have teeth, but they just don't.
I've never been bit by a bat either, and I love those. So.
Oh my God, yeah. I'm going to ask you about that because I have a little phobia about that. Yeah.
I've had my
tell us. Tell us about Bat Cave damage assessment. Why did you do that?
We did that because after the storm, so Bat Cave, let me back up. So Bat Cave is a significant cave. It's a fissure cave, so it's made by cracks in the rock. It's not solution caves like through limestone. But Bat Cave is the largest fissure cave in North America. So it's significant. And it's in the area where Hurricane Helene hit so hard, so devastatingly. And so after the storm, some of us went over across the river to check on the status of the cave to see if it was even still there. And one of the landslides in that area missed it by 50 yards. Like it was close.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah.
And how did you happen to find the Rogersveld giant ground slot rib bone?
So that's a whole different.
There's another tongue twister, right? I love it.
Yeah.
I know. So that bone was super cool. I was hoping that I would have my replica. The Gray Fossil people made a replica for me because I donated the original bone to them. That's the Gray Fossil site over in Tennessee. But anyway, so in Rogersville, Tennessee, there were some workers who were building a parking lot. They were building a Dollar Tree, something like that, a store. And they, when they were digging for the parking lot, they hit a void. And they weren't really sure exactly how big it was. So the city of Rogersville reached out to a caver I know, and he reached out to me to go over there and assess that to see if it was a big cave or a small cave, if it was a danger to their equipment, because they were worried that it could drop into a hole, a pit. They didn't know how big it was. So we got in there. We got in as far as we could. We could see going cave, going back. So we enlarged that area a little bit just to see how far it went, make sure it wasn't a danger to those workers. And while we were digging that, I'm in a hole. I'm on my side, my helmet's off. I can't even tip my head straight. And I'm pulling out rocks. And I pull this one out and I'm like, man, that seems really light. And I scooted back out and I looked at it and I'm like, oh my gosh, I think that's a bone. So I have friends at the grave fossil and they authenticated it and came and checked for more stuff. We found a few more bones, but not a lot. So, but it's amazing because this had no surface entrance now. So while they were constructing, that's when they dug into the entrance.
That's pretty cool. That's
cool.
Yes.
That's gonna be exciting.
What is this?
Yeah. You find something like that. Oh, wait, what? I got I mean, that is pretty
I turned it over because you could see like where the marrow and stuff is. I think some of the pictures I sent you were like that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure this is bone.
That's so cool.
Wow.
I can imagine what that would be like, to find something.
It was so exciting.
Yeah. Well, okay. So shift gears a little bit here. How are things going for the rattling push that you've been working on for a while, the SCCI?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Southeastern Cave Conservancy. Yeah. So that's one of their caves, and I manage that cave for them. There's some areas we've been pushing to try to access. We did do some of that last year. We bolt climbed a couple of areas to see how far they went. We're still working on a connection because there's a small cave just maybe 300 or 400 yards up the hill, and we think that one connects to Rattling Cave. We named that one Sloppy Joe for a very good reason. The mud is looking like you rolled in a Sloppy Joe mix. But anyway,
I love it.
Everybody that goes in that cave
before, Kim. I've rolled in a Sloppy Joe's mix. I love that.
I knew you had.
Yeah, right. Well, got to try everything once,
Yeah, but it's a muddy cave. So
that's cool.
But we think it connects, and we're still working on that. But Rattling is closed from September 15th through May 1st because it's a gray bat hiberniculum.
Yeah. Very cool.
So we'll start working on that again this spring.
Okay. Good.
And also, for the relationship with landowners, it's very important, right, for caving?
Oh, absolutely. I enjoy that part. A lot of cavers, when they first get into it, they're like, oh, it's a fun, it's a sport of it. But then there's also these little small parts of it too. And the landowner relationship is one of those things. So, making really good relationships with them, talking to them, asking permission to be on their property, including them in things you do. I try really hard to invite them along a lot of times. I've never really had one to say yes, but I mean, still.
Have you had some?
Yeah, they look at the hole. They're like, no.
What happens when those relationships are not, like, they go bad or they're not established? I mean, I'm sure that's kind of a thing where,
it can get a cave closed. Maybe they're tired of people trespassing on their property.
Yeah.
And, or they just, something happened, or people just don't ask permission, or there's, myriad of reasons. Sometimes they're a little scared of their liability, which cave laws protect the landowner greatly in most states.
Yeah.
Like once you're underground, you're not their problem.
I like that.
Yeah, basically that's it.
All right, so let me ask you this: I'm sure you do. So I'm going to ask. You got to have a story, at least one story, maybe two, maybe more, of where a situation like that gone bad. Let's hear that.
I've had really good relationships with landowners. So far I have not had bad ones, but I have known of several cases that have been closed because of people sneaking in or people defacing it, vandalism, stuff like that. I mean, it's just caves are such a fragile environment, right? Because it takes so long for a formation to grow.
Yeah.
So it's not one of those things where you can just like, oh, it's not like a tree. It won't grow back in 20 years.
Yeah, exactly.
It won't grow back in 1,000 years. So, there's that. And then sometimes with like cleanups, like even spray paint and things like that, some rock isn't too bad to clean up, but some of the formations are fragile. and you can't just take a wire brush to them and clean them.
And what determines that? The type of rock? I say rock, but it's a general term.
Yeah, like flowstone. So calcite, there are different minerals that flow and make formations. Those are pretty fragile.
Oh, wow.
Caves like we have here in Western North Carolina, they're fissure caves. So they're granite, basically. They're just slabs of rock that have cracked from tectonic activity. So you can kind of scrub those for the most part. But
pretty tough stuff, I'm sure.
And it's just disheartening to see that because they're so beautiful. The environment is so beautiful.
Okay, so layman question. I know I should have paid attention more in school. Biology class, I guess, would have been, right? How long does it take? In fact, I've been in a cave tour. By the way, it was the coolest thing. I mean, I love this. And that's why I'm like, we got to do a caving episode, man. I mean, this is just,
I've told you guys I would take you.
I know, you did. And I appreciate that. I'm like, there you go. Irene, we've got an invitation. Maya, we got the invite.
All right, let's go.
Absolutely.
Come to the States. We're going to see Kimberly because caves are freaking cool. I don't know if I can handle crawling around like you do because I think I'd get like claustrophobic and I don't think I could. I don't know if I could. I'm the guy that has to have the aisle seat on an airplane because I get that claustrophobic. But so tell me, now what the heck was my question? I had a good. Oh, how long does it take, like a formation, to be formed? I guess.
I mean, it varies by things that are going on in the cave, like how fast your drips are, different minerals. I mean, there's a lot of factors in that. I mean, they can grow. I mean, I think an average, and I could be very wrong on this, but I think they can grow about maybe a centimeter or so every 100 years. I think it just depends on what's happening.
A centimeter every 100 years.
Yeah, it might be a little more than that, but I think some are very, very, very slow. Some are faster. If the drip is faster, if the minerals are just right.
What's the slowest? Do you think that,
Oh gosh, I don't know. I can't even guess.
Yeah. I'm thinking
like an inch in thousands of years.
There you go. That's what
That's my guess. Wow. I am not a geologist. I would love to know more, but I'm always just like, well, that's pretty.
Yeah. I'm with you, Irene. Or Kimberly, I'm with you. Because like I said, I probably should have paid a little more attention to that in school, but I'm sure they told us that, but I forgot. It is cool of how the stuff is formed. And then what's even more cool, if you will, pardon that expression, is how long it takes for things like that to form those stalactites and the mites, but the tights that always drip down.
I think stalagmites, mighty mountain.
Yes.
And tights is, I don't know, top.
Oh, see, now there's how you remember. Mine is that
I do mighty mountains, yeah.
It might reach the ceiling, but I like your mighty mountain thing that way. Yeah.
Mini mountains, I don't know.
I love it.
You have Kimberly, you have been so many caves, but what's one of your bucket list caves that you have done, and which ones would you like to do?
Oh yeah, about a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, I did Ellison's, which was a huge bucket list for me. So, Fantastic Pit is the longest single drop in North America. It is 586 feet. So we didn't do a through trip. There's another. You can go all the way through the cave, go back up the other side, and Incredible, I think, is 420 something maybe. I can't remember how long Incredible Pit is, but yeah. So we dropped Fantastic, and that was just absolutely amazing. You rappel down, you're just rappelling and rappelling and rappelling, and you're just like, okay, I'm just never gonna get to the bottom. And and I mean, I was moving slow. I'm not a heavy person, so I'm like on my rack and I'm like, okay, creeping along here.
Wow, amazing.
That's so cool.
And the climb back up was awesome. I was like, I was worried. I'm like, it's gonna be hard, and it was not. It was fine. But the system I use what's called a Texas system. It's a two-hand ascenders and nothing holding against the rope most of the time. Wow. But I compromised on Fantastic and I used a frog system, which has something that helps you stay against the rope.
Oh, wow.
Wow. You must be really, really strong.
Strong-willed.
Oh, my God.
I got a question that's kind of off script, so to speak here. And then I want to ask you another one. Has there ever been a cave that you were like, oh my God, I can't wait to go, and you're a little bit disappointed?
I wouldn't say disappointed. I think sometimes they're just different. Like, so there's one cave we went to. It's over in Middle Tennessee. I mean, not Middle Tennessee. It's over in Eastern Tennessee. But anyway, this cave, one of my friends on Facebook, Lori Adams, was told me, it's like, oh, this is one of my favorite caves ever. And I'm like, oh, awesome. And we got a chance to go into it. And when we finished, I was like, and I messaged him on Messenger. I'm like, so tell me again why this was your favorite cave. It was fun. It was absolutely fun. It was sporty. It was a lot of mud crawling, a lot of goopy, gloppy mud, and it was very mazy, and there wasn't a lot of formations. It was just challenging. It was fun in a miserable kind of way. And we're going to go there.
Then how about on the other side of the spectrum? How about, was there a cave you go, okay, well, you know what, this might be cool. It's not it's not like heavily advertised, or it's not like, oh my gosh, wait till you get to this cave. But you went there and you explored the cave and you go, oh my gosh, this is like 10 times better than I thought it was going to be. You ever experienced that?
Oh, absolutely. There's
Really?
quite a few in Kentucky. There's one called Thornhill up in Kentucky that I went to. And oh man, it's the first time it had been open to people in a long time. So we got to go in.
Okay.
The first part of it was very muddy and slippery and sloppy. And then we opened up into this passage of gypsum, which is a mineral that kind of grows and kind of spikes out into flowers and spikes and formations. But there was like a mile of this gypsum. And it was absolutely stunning and well worth all the misery to get to it.
Really? That's so cool. Those
are so fragile. Like you don't even want to breathe on them. They have these like gypsum spider webs. They just look like spider webs or cotton. You just don't even want to touch it.
Really?
It's so fragile.
Oh my God.
Woof. I couldn't do that. My God.
Is the mud, the whole mud thing, I mean, that's got to like be part of the charm. Is it? I mean, I would imagine, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
it was so funny. Like I'm single on one of my dating profiles. Like my main picture, I am covered in mud because I'm like, well, that's who I am. You might as well know it from the beginning.
I think that's cool though, and that's probably, you know what, I know that there are guys. I know guys particularly would go, that's a cool girl, man. That's somebody I would like. You know what I mean? Am I right?
Yeah.
And then I had to dig for a picture where I didn't even have a helmet on. I'm like, I don't even have one of those. And
that's extremely cool.
I had to dig for you for the.
And here's the thing, when you get done doing caving, and I mean, caving looks like it's, how do I say this? You exert some energy.
Yes.
And, it's not like maybe going for a hike and like, yeah, I can tell I went for a hike today. I'm not downplaying hiking, kids. Okay. I'm not.
No.
Because there's uphill hikes and I've done them and, but caving, I mean, that's like maybe playing a little football game or something along those lines, or a basketball game. How's that?
It's a full body workout.
Yeah.
Even some of the ones that I go to this cave, I'm like, oh, I didn't feel that hard. And the next day I'm like,
yes, you did. Yes, you did. Right.
Yeah. And luckily I don't bruise easily, because otherwise I would be absolutely covered all the time. But
I was just thinking that, you probably get injured. I mean, little stuff or maybe big stuff. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that's part of the game, right?
Very luckily, like knock on wood, I've never been badly injured in anything. I've never broken anything. I've never sprained anything. The worst I have ever hurt myself was not in the cave. It was with a rake. I jumped off my deck and the rake came up like a cartoon.
Oh my God.
I've done that.
Yes.
I never did that until I saw it on cartoons, and then I did it. And you did it too?
Oh yeah, last spring.
Irene, have you done this?
Oh my, no. I didn't do that. And for sure now I'm not going to do that.
That is the worst I have ever been injured.
Oh my God.
I'm not
doing yard work.
Yeah, I mean, you do so dangerous things.
Oh, I had a knot the whole side of my head. I still have a dent there.
No,
I mean, it's spread. My boss at work was laughing. He's like, I am so sorry, but every time I look at your face, it's a different color today. And I'm like, thanks.
Oh my God.
Irene, if you ever do this, if you ever do a garden someday and you have a rake, and I'm talking about it's not.
No, I'm going to call Kimberly first. And then
if you do hurt yourself, take a picture with it so people know that that's what happened.
Now you have to understand there's two different kinds of, well, there's probably 3 or 4 different kinds of, but whatever. These are the kind that are hard And they're the kind you do dirt around. They're not the kind you rake your leaves out of your yard.
No, it's the real heavy garden rake.
Garden rake.
Oh
yeah.
my God. Okay.
I don't
got it.
have to do things.
When you do it, I
Oh,
hope you don't break your nose because
Yeah.
man, I mean, it hurts when you smack your head with that rake. And I thought, I've never seen that. And I saw it on cartoons and I go, that's funny. And then I did it like 2 years later or something.
Oh yeah.
Going, now I feel stupid for sure. As if
Oh my God.
I didn't have to do that before. But yeah, that's what
It was just entertaining. It was fine.
I'm sure. Yeah.
And I mean, Kimberly, for go to caves, sorry, do you need to prepare yourself like in the gym or be like super strong? Because I just saw you many videos on Instagram and I thought, my God, she's like a super woman.
Well, thank you.
I agree.
No. I love taking new people caving. I think that's awesome. And there's all kinds of caves you can do. You can do very straightforward, simple caves that are horizontal. There's one over in Bluff City, Tennessee that we take people to all the time. I think that's a great starter cave. And it's nice to break people in slowly. You don't want to make their first trip miserable.
Yeah.
But I like to challenge them. I love to challenge them. So yeah, like every year in the spring, there's one of my caving friends that belongs to my grotto. She's an admin for a school up in Black Mountain. And we take, usually it's about 40 to 45 kids. They're 6th through 8th graders. We take them caving every year for a field trip.
Oh,
and
wow.
it just amazes me that their parents trust us with their kids like that.
Oh my
You know,
God.
we have a lot of volunteers to help. Usually we have 2 cavers plus at least 1 school admin on every group. And we break them up into groups of like 5 or 6 so that it's, it's safe. And
Well, I think, Kimberly, with all these credentials that you have here, and by the way, there is a this list. This is an extremely impressive list.
Yeah.
I think they probably would, your kids, the grandmother, anybody with you, and they would be safe. So,
thank you. I try my best. That's important to me as a trip leader, is to try to plan ahead as much as I can, to anticipate what might go wrong, and to have a plan in place to get people out.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And pack a radio.
Well, not on the ground, it's not going to work. But once you get to the surface, you're good.
Yeah, that wouldn't even work. You have to have a little, what do you call those? MP3 player, I guess. Yeah.
So in cave rescue, we actually run hardwire, just like the old Korea or Vietnam era phones. That's what we run in a cave. You run wire, and they're the battery operated. Click, click, click. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Nothing really works well.
Yeah, because you're not going to get any
miles of wire.
Oh,
and that's what you run. Yeah.
So you're in a cave. You got a phone with a wire.
Yeah. I mean, that's how in a rescue situation. So the rescue team brings all this stuff.
Oh, okay.
Sets up comms that way.
But you're not
in a regular cave.
Okay, that's something.
Okay.
Oh, well, yeah. And okay, that makes sense.
In a rescue situation, that's what you're using.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're not going to get, if you go in there, and you're not going to get anybody.
No.
There's no, so we don't think about that, I guess. How do you feel now, Irene? You feel like, okay, you can understand the whole claustrophobia thing that I got. I'm like, in there. Yeah. There's no calling out. There's no ET phone home. Nothing like.
No, that's right. If you want to disconnect from your work, that's the best way to do that.
Yeah. Any of you people think that caving could be anything less than exciting? Think again, because I mean, honestly, that I don't know. That's well. So here, leads me into the question here before we go to the next segment. What are some things besides formations that you find fascinating in caves?
Well, of course, the biology, because I love the bats. They are just amazing little creatures, and their populations were really devastated with white nose syndrome, which is a fungal disease that basically irritates them and wakes them up out of hibernation early, and then they'll starve.
Oh, wow.
But it really decimated some of North America's populations of bats. And so those are amazing little things. The salamanders, I absolutely love the salamanders in there. Little crayfish, blind fish, all the biology of the cave, I absolutely love.
Really? Crayfish and all of that inside the caves? I guess they would be, yeah.
Yeah.
Do they ever, okay, so is there anything where, I always wondered this, things that never see the light of day in a cave, it has to affect them somehow. Their behavior,
Yeah.
their all that.
I'm sure their senses, some senses take over for other senses.
Okay.
But like the crayfish, the ones you see way back in the cave that don't ever see the light. I mean, they're white or translucent.
Are they really?
They don't have color to them. Now the bats, of course, are in and out, so they're different. But
yeah. How about the fish?
The fish, there are some colorless or very light colored fish too. But then there's some that kind of they're not that far in and
hit both.
They're just different ones. So
that's cool.
I don't see a lot of fish, at least the caves that I'm in. I don't see a lot of fish except for those little tiny, what are they? I think they're sculpins or something like that. They're little small fish. I do see quite a few crayfish, and of course the bats and the salamanders.
That's interesting.
It's so funny because people always ask me about caves. They're like, aren't you afraid of snakes and bears? And I'm like, they're not very far in there if they're there. Caves are average. They're a consistent temperature, and they're the average of your area. Okay. So around here in my area, they're about 54, 55 degrees, maybe 53. So they stay a consistent temperature. That's a little cold for reptiles. So a snake is not going to be very happy at that temperature.
Oh yeah,
they're going to start moving slow, not be able to get out. Bears don't like the big spaces like that. They like little rock overhangs and stuff because their body heat heats the space. If you have a big space, it's not going to heat it. Oh yeah, so they don't like it. So yeah,
Irene's a fan of bears, but isn't that what you were telling me last week? A couple weeks ago?
Yeah. They're looking to the eyes, right? Because it's like a fight.
Oh, I love them. I always say they're friend. What is it? People say they're friend shaped. Why can't you be friends?
Yeah, yeah.
They're so cute.
Oh, I love it, man. I love it. I would love to sit around and listen to some stories, some like real stories that you have had in caves, because I'm sure you got a lot of them. Things that and rescues too. I mean, again, this list here. You've got a plethora of things that you're involved in. I'm sure the stories.
I'm very lucky to do some stuff that is cool and helps people. So yeah,
absolutely. Well, kids, now for the time of the show. This is Maya Marzaki's favorite. If she's listening, I don't know if she is. This is Maya Marzaki's favorite part of our show each week. This is the photo section. So this is where we do a little show and tell. So Kimberly, what are we looking at here? One of those salamanders, man?
Yeah, that's the hickory nut gorge green.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's a really amazing little thing. There's some that look similar to them, but they have a different, a pouch on their neck, and their toes are a little different than another species. So.
Oh, wow.
Wow,
beautiful. They fit right in with the lichen. They just blend right in.
I love that. It's so hard to spot. It looks fake, doesn't it? It's so cool.
Yeah.
It looks like something I've won at the carnival when I was a kid or something,
I know.
Yeah, beautiful colors, by the way.
4 or 5 inches long. They're not big.
Oh, okay. So they're very small.
Yeah, they're small. Yeah.
All right. And
that's cool.
Wow.
That's Ellison's. That's fantastic pit and Ellison's.
What? So, okay. Explain this. I mean, obviously I see what the hell is going on there? I mean, this is just...
So people drop multiple ropes down there because it does take about 35 to 45 minutes to climb out.
I was just going to say that. How long does it take?
And so I don't know if you can see on the picture up on the rope that's on the left-hand side, there's 2 people on that rope, and we'll climb tandem. I have a funny story that's probably not appropriate on here. So anyway.
Let's tell it. We can do anything we want on this show. Let's tell your inappropriate story.
No, let's just say it's very uncomfortable for the person that's up above climbing. If the person down below is a little jerky or fast and makes the rope whip against you.
Oh, no.
Yeah, especially if you're a guy, it's super uncomfortable.
Oh, I think I know where that's going.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, that's tandem climbing. So you have 2 people on the same rope climbing out.
So you feel everything that the person down below is doing on that rope.
Yes.
And do you have to coordinate, or how do you do that?
We climb simultaneously. Some people will climb where they'll coordinate, and one will climb 30 or 40 steps and then stop, and the other one will climb. Our group, we just climbed at the same time. We have a pretty general. We know each other well. My group all knew each other well, so we were pretty good.
Wow. How deep is that right there? Let's just Feet,
Well, that
centimeters,
pit
or
is
meters?
586 feet.
Whoa.
The light up, so you really can't see the top of it. That it looks like you're seeing the top at the top, but that's just more lights up there.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
What kind of light do you have to illuminate that kind of space?
A lot of times, well, multiple people looking up. So I have a couple of different lights I use a lot. I use a Phoenix and I use a Zebra light, and they're pretty bright lumen lights.
Yeah.
And then you get multiple people shining it up on there, and it'll light it up enough.
Wow.
But again, you're only getting, probably a couple 100 feet of the pit on this picture. You don't get a lot of it.
Wow. 500 and some feet. How many meters is that?
That's a great question.
I'd have to ask Siri. I don't know. That's a lot.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Amazing. Wow.
Wow.
All right. What do we have
So
here?
that was when we were looking for the Hickory Nut Gorge greens. And that's one of the biologists helped looking in the cracks in the caves. So there's those fissure caves. Yeah. And again, the fissures are made by tectonic activity, just cracking the rocks and leaving spaces. And so we were looking for the salamanders up in there too.
Really?
Go ahead, Irene.
So sorry, I was excited about the salamanders over there. It was like, wow, really? Get over there.
I have a friend at work, Sarah, who absolutely loves salamanders, so she always gets excited too.
Yeah. I love animals, that's why.
There's some great light down there too. I mean, you guys, this is a beautiful picture.
Thank you.
Wow. Yeah. Who's your photographer? Or is he?
I took that one. I think I took most of these.
Are these just cell phone pictures, or you have a big camera?
Just my cell phone.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
Okay.
And that's the inside. That's the marrow part of the bone that I found. That's the one over in Rogersville.
So this is the middle part.
Yeah. So that hollowed part's like the marrow, I guess you'd say. So that's the one side of the bone. I think the other side's a little smoother.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
That's the marrow. So that's when I knew. I'm like, oh my gosh, that is not a rock. And it's funny because we had worked on a cave just across the street from there at the Food City parking lot because they ran a storm drain into a cave and then it clogged up and they weren't sure why. And we had to open it up for them. But,
wow.
Yeah. We've done a couple of things up there with them. That's the front side of the.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So cool.
And like I said, the people at Gray Fossil, they were wonderful about, they made me a replica and they're mailing it to me. So.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Kimberly, for being a caver, your fingers are in great shape. They're not all beat up and bloody and, and all that kind of good stuff. Maybe
on a good day.
I'm like,
I did have a fellow one time at work ask me, he's like, hey, I'm gonna get my girlfriend a manicure. How much does that cost? And I'm like, have you seen my hands? Do you think I know that?
I love it.
I have no clue.
Oh my God.
Did you do your nails and someone tells you something about that?
What's that?
If you do your nails?
Oh no, I'm lucky if I have a nail attached to my hands.
Oh my gosh.
Because sometimes for me it happens if I do a real skills or whatever and I go to do my nails, it's like, oh man, are you going to the gym every day? And it was like, okay.
Like, okay, go away now.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Fine.
Yeah.
What are we we're climbing.
Okay, so this is I'm coming out of
okay. All right.
a spot in Cyclops Cave on this one. That's called a Tyrolean Traverse. It's basically a zip line. And so you can just zip down it on a carabiner or on a pulley, but then you've got to climb back up it.
Oh, wow. And what do you use? There is a pulley on there.
Yeah, I'm using
just slide on the carabiner.
Pulley.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Not a carabiner.
Yeah, so the progress capture pulley just captures just what it says. Like it doesn't let you slide back down. It's like a one directional pulley.
Oh, okay.
And so I just hand over hand it. I find it's just as easy just to kind of strong arm it and go up.
And you're getting a workout at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Skip the gym, go to the cave, right? I love it.
Exactly.
That's cool.
But yeah, we did that traverse there because there's a pool at the bottom, and instead of landing in deep water, 5 hours into the cave or whatever, it's nice not to do that. Not to
drench yourself. Gosh. Yeah. What is this? Oh, is this some graffiti?
No, well, it's very old graffiti.
You
But it's
kids.
that cave I was telling you about that my friend Lori was like,
Yeah.
this is my favorite cave.
Oh my
And then
God.
I took this picture. I'm like, did you write this?
Yeah.
He's
Somebody
like,
got
no,
injured.
no, it was there. But I'm like,
'Cause it's-
yeah.
I hurt. Somebody
hurt.
Somebody got injured. Somebody got
Yeah.
injured there.
It was just like, felt like 5 miles of mud crawling probably.
Oh my God.
It was just a funny picture because, like I said, I got out and everybody got out and was like, oh my gosh,
Yeah. Yeah.
You just kind of flop on the side of the road and be like, okay, just run over me. It's fine. Just
And there you see, this is like you. I almost couldn't see you. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. There are some
my
legs there.
That's that same cave. That's why I hurt.
Oh my God.
So yeah, it's
Wow.
very narrow. You're caked in mud.
Wow.
Yeah.
You need
Which is
to
part of
have
the
like
fun.
5 times showers, My God.
What do you do? So when you get that covered in mud, what are you doing when you get out of the cave? I mean, you have a way to clean this off, or do you just throw all this muddy gear in your vehicle?
I throw it in a garbage bag and I clean it up at home.
You put it in a garbage bag and then clean up. Do you really? So you don't? Okay.
I will go to a party or something like that.
I change clothes right there. Cavers are very not shy. We get really used to changing in front of people.
You know what? We did that with canoeing. Yeah, you got to sometimes get down to your skivvies or more or less.
More. And I
should
kind
say,
of forget
less.
that. Some people are more shy, and I'm just like, I'm getting ready to undress. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get
we were
used
doing
to
a
it.
class one time, and these people with me like, Kim, what are you doing? I'm like, changing.
Taking my clothes off. That's right.
They're like, you're right in front of us. I'm like,
my God.
I'm aware of that.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's funny. I love it. And here's the thing too is if you get all muddy like this and you got to change clothes, it's like part of you is still muddy, I'm sure, because do you get your good clothes muddy too? Your clean clothes muddy getting changed? I would imagine you do, right?
Oh, to an extent, yeah. I use I use baby wipes, or I keep a gallon of water in my car.
Okay,
I don't
there
care
you go.
if it's cold water. I
There
don't
you go.
care.
That's what I.
And if there's a creek nearby, I don't care if it's wintertime, I will be in that creek.
Is that right?
Oh yeah.
You don't just jump in though.
Oh yeah.
You just get your feet in it. Really? You jump in?
You just be cold for a few minutes, get back out, dry off.
The
You're fine.
polar plunge? Oh, no,
Yeah,
thank you.
pretty
No,
much.
thank you. Yeah, that would hurt. I think that would be painful. I can't do that.
Yeah, but it's worth it.
You'd have a hard time convincing me why it's worth it, but that's okay.
Oh, don't you, baby? I'm just kidding.
Oh my God. Can't even imagine. Sorry. Oh, what do we got here? This looks cool. This is all underground though.
Yeah, so this is Cyclops Cave also. This is where that Tyrolean Traverse runs down at. So that's what you're skipping
Okay.
by being on that rope on that other picture.
That's cool.
It's a
Wow.
beautiful spot in the cave.
That's a gorgeous picture too. I mean, just is.
Yeah, it's just one of my favorite spots in there.
And if
Sometimes
you are
I'll take
dirty,
pictures. I'll stick my lights in the water and light up the water.
Oh, wow.
It's a little murky since we were in there a little while before I took that picture, but normally before it gets disturbed, it is absolutely crystal clear.
Wow.
and if you got dirty, you can go to the water, or it's not allowed.
Oh yeah, you can. I mean, I've fallen in by accident a few times. So. Whoops. No, it clears up. It does clear up. Yeah.
All right.
It's fine. But you're pretty far back in there. I try really hard not to get soaked unless I'm planning on it. There's caves that you're going to get soaked and you know it.
Oh, wow.
You know you're going to be swimming. You know you're going to be, dragging your pack and swimming across a lake or something. And
So what do you
so
do?
kind of prepare for that. You have your wetsuit on, or
I was just going to ask you that. Do you prepare like that and wear a wetsuit and
yeah, depending on what I'm doing. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Interesting. Wow, beautiful light.
Yeah. It
Thank
is.
you. Yeah, I took this picture last year or this past fall. And that's Rattling Cave. So that's one of the ones I
Oh.
manage.
Okay.
And that's just part of the entry series. That's my friend Eli coming down the pit. I was already down there just looking up, and the sun just hit the right way. And I was like, man.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
That's
a beautiful entrance. It's a beautiful cave. It's one of the most decorated caves I've ever been in.
Wow. That's a movie picture. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I love it. It's such a photogenic entrence.
Yeah.
And that's
Is this
part
the
of Rattling
cave?
Cave also. Yeah, that was me climbing back out. I stopped and took a picture of my ascender. So it's chilly in the cave. Again, it's like 50 something degrees. And especially when it's warm out, as you get towards the surface, you get these thermals and you start getting steam and your body's steaming. And
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it just lets off the steam.
Cool stuff for movies. I think movie people, why don't they make more movies in caves? I think that, there's a lot of cool effects, natural effects in there,
Oh, yeah. I know people always ask me about that. Oh, have you seen The Descent? And I think that's the one with the creatures. And I'm like, yeah, that one doesn't scare me because they're not there. But there was one called Sanctum, and that did, because that's more of a realistic thing.
Oh, that's funny.
It was a scary. Yeah.
That's funny.
Kind of like everything that could go wrong did. Yeah.
I have looked like that a lot. Just telling Irene that. I have a lot.
You are not making it encouraging of her to come caving with me.
No, I know. Well, you got here's the thing. Like you said before, you got to prepare for things. And so we're just going to prepare her tonight for this, the caving adventure. It's very cool.
And you know what? It's really green. I can see all the plants over there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
once you get up
world.
to that area, so once you get up about, I don't know, 30 feet or so to the surface, then Rattling Cave is very lush and green looking. It's like an algae on the rocks, but it's very lush. Yeah.
Wow. That's
Is
amazing.
that because they get some sunlight or no?
Yeah.
There's nothing. Is it? Okay. All right. Interesting.
All right. And what is that?
So this is in a cave in Kentucky. It's a beautiful cave. Once you get to a certain spot in the cave, there's passage that it turns into a stream passage, and these fossils. So this is fossilized coral, but there is just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of yards of corals and sea fossils everywhere in there. It is absolutely stunning. And you're not really like you're up to your knees in the water. You're not like swimming it. But the fossils amaze me. Just the thought that at some point these were underwater. They were sea caves.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I think it was like a bat fossil or something like that, because it's like quite similar, right? And also black.
Yeah. If you kind of glance, you think it's like either creatures together or like guano, like piles of guano. But
that's what I thought. Yeah, I thought that looks like a bunch of bats. What is that? Yeah,
cool. But if you zoom in, it's you can't zoom on here, but if you zoom in real close to them, you can see the little individual lines of the corals and stuff.
Yeah, you're right. Wow,
so cool, so cool.
Amazing.
Those are beautiful pictures. I think that's the last one, right?
Yeah, is the last one. We have it.
Kim, what's the best way for someone to get involved in caving?
Definitely join a grotto. Learn to do things the right way. I try really hard to mentor people. I try to teach people the right way. I mean, when I first started caving, I didn't know how easily things were damaged, and the right way to approach a landowner, or just walking in the same path as everybody else does, so you don't tromp on things that are either very fragile. And just learning the right way. So joining a grotto, that's an organized caving group. And you can go to caves.org. That's the National Speleological Society's website. And you can search grottos, and you can find one near you. There will people who will, a lot of grottos will loan you equipment if you don't have it, can teach you vertical, teach you all the things about ropes and things, and just teach you to cave safely and softly.
That's so cool. I had no idea that there were places like that you could, caves.com.
Yeah, caves.org.
Caves.org. And then from there, pretty much you can find a local.
You can find a local caving group.
And
they're all over the United States. I can't even tell you how many are on there. I just don't know, and I don't want to guess. But even just in North Carolina, I believe there are 4 or 5 organized cave groups, and we don't have caves. So.
Are there caves in like every state?
Most states have something.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, most states have something.
Right.
Whether it's little fissure caves like North Carolina, South Carolina has a handful that are fissure caves as well. Most of them are pretty close to the North Carolina border. But Tennessee, I mean, that is the land of caves. I believe they've hit 12,000 caves that are named so far. 12,000.
Whoa.
It's very close to 12,000. And people are finding new ones all the time. My friend JP and I, we just found 3 more the other day. We were out in East Tennessee on a lake, and when the lake levels are down, you can find stuff you can't see when the water's up.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Irene, we're going to get Maya, and we're going to go to all of us. We're going to go to Tennessee. I have a niece there, so we can stay at her place. She just doesn't know it yet, but we're going to crash her place. Oh my God, that is so.
I did discover that all those, at least 4 of those caves, beavers like to inhabit them. I didn't think I was scared of beavers till I crawled in one and was face to face, and then I was like, That is much bigger than I thought they were.
Are you serious?
Wow.
Yes.
And what did the beaver do?
Well, one of them flapped his tail at me and just glared at me, and I'm like,
"You're in my house, man.
I'm gonna leave. It's fine,
You're in my house."
Yeah, another one scurried away. So, but I just didn't realize they were quite as big as they are. I pictured them like the size of groundhogs.
Yeah,
they are not.
Oh, they're bigger than groundhog?
Oh, yeah.
I've seen beavers, but only from a distance, so I've never really. So
they're probably at least twice the size of a groundhog.
Oh yeah, that's kind of little. Yeah,
and their teeth are bigger than I thought. So.
I was just going to ask you that. Did they flash their teeth at you?
I have a healthy appreciation for them.
That says it all right there. I think. Yeah.
I'm not scared of a lot of animals, but I'm a little hesitant with them and really big birds. I don't like big birds. But besides
I'm with you on the bird thing. Yeah, eagles kind of freak me out. Yeah, not an eagle lover. I mean, I'll watch them. It's kind of cool to watch them fly.
It's like the turkey buzzards and the wild turkeys. No.
Yeah. I'm with you.
We're not friends. I'm not. I don't like them.
I love it.
Yeah. And where can people connect with you online?
So I am on Facebook. I mean, you can Google my name. You can Google Kimberly Lughart. There's very few Lugharts, so you'll find me. I'm also on Instagram and TikTok. So,
all right, you have TikTok as well. That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, Kimberly, we want to thank you for being our guest here on the show this evening. It was a pleasure having you here. You're such a lovely lady and so just so cool with the whole caving thing, and you got the whole thing going on, and I love that.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me again. I had a great time the first time, and great meeting you, Irene. And
thank you for being here with us. It was
absolutely
very cool. Well, that's all for now, kids. This is CW Gets along with Irene Square saying thanks for tuning in to Outdoors People. See you next time.
Hasta pronto.